We all find it daunting at first to stand in front of a group of people to make a presentation or to give a training session. There's nothing wrong in being nervous. In fact, it's a good thing to be slightly apprehensive every time one speaks in public. There's an antidote to it. Vary according to whether we need to utilize presentation skills for specific sessions or whether the course calls for a role where facilitating learning is the prime requirement. The differences can be recognized when comparing the trainer-centered presenter to the learner-centered facilitator. These are rather jargonistic descriptions, but the differences are clear when we compare the two, as, for example, telling and informing, rather than listening, guiding and counseling. The trainer's role includes the ability to coach, working with individuals, to assist each with their particular needs. It requires the ability to make assessments of individuals continually during the training program, which is achieved by reviews and observation, or by more formal methods such as learning logs, tests, and formal assessments, which should always be carried out. Any training program or presentation, the information presented should always be categorized. The priority is the information which must be given. Next, the information which should be given, if possible. And finally, the information which is useful. Many people use small handheld cards which are easy to cope with if, like many people, you're attacked by nerves and your hands shake. And that's nothing to be ashamed of. A good tip when using cards is to number them in sequence, because then, if you drop them, it won't be a disaster. Better still is to link them together so it doesn't matter if you do. We follow the punctuation, and your presentation should be punctuated. Use pauses to give the same effect.
Does that make sense?
In the same way, silence can accentuate. All of us have mannerisms, both physical and verbal, both of which can be distracting to the audience. If you recognize any of them in yourself, control them. If possible, most people suffer from a dry mouth, which can be more pronounced to the inexperienced, but can be helped by taking a sip of water. After all, we see politicians and TV presenters doing it all the time. It should be recognized that your mouth dries when you're aware that the level of preparation is less than satisfactory. General tightening up of the body and muscles can also be laid at the door of nerves due to poor or inadequate to undertake is that of personal instructor on a one-to-one basis, either with a new recruit or on occasions when individuals must learn specific activities, such as how to operate particular equipment. In reality, this follows exactly the same principles that govern training a group of any size. The way we perform any task or process requires the know-how to do it properly and the practice to do it well. Effective training, by which we can achieve these twin goals, should be done in such a way that those being trained feel that their instructor not only understands the subject, but has paid them the compliment of preparing for the training session. Possessing the skills and ability necessary to train people and to make presentations provides a great deal of satisfaction, added to which they increase personal occupational skills, which is a valuable asset within any organization and to you personally.